What's the deal, Chef? Back with another video. And if you've never been to the Arnold Classic, come along with, hop in the seat and take this ride. Now, unfortunately, I was shooting this content thinking I was some smooth, cool player. Somehow, some way, I messed up the audio. So this is going to be a voiceover for the rest of the remainder of the video, but I felt like I got some great visuals, and I think you guys are going to be impressed. And the first thing I want you guys to pay attention to after this clip ends is going to be some audio of Greg Doucette, and he's just giving advice on content creating. And I'm not going to try to break it down. I want you guys to hear it yourself. And also, I didn't get an interview with Mike Rashid, but I was able to speak to him for a second. He gave me some amazing advice. He gave me some encouraging words, and I'm gonna have that bit of information later on in the video as well. So definitely stay tuned. We got some good information coming up. I actually got some good footage from some equipment that's not exactly in a lot of gyms, commercial gyms, or gyms in general. Overall, it was a lot of massive people there. It was a lot of people that were in shape. It was a beautiful thing to see. People collaborating on the fitness aspect and enjoying themselves and having a good time. There's some footage from the Trend Twins booth. They had a lot of samples, a lot of little different flavors and varieties. So throughout this content, throughout this video, I will be giving you more information on those things as they come along. But with all that being said, stay tuned, feast your eyes, and get ready to see what I put together for you guys in this video.
Their engagement, which is something everybody here is trying to do. The biggest thing is people don't post often enough, and I think it's because they're scared to not put out their best. Like, I'd rather see you give 80% effort and post 1 or 2 videos a day than put 100% effort with the best photographers in the world and post once a week. If you're not posting daily, you're not trying. What would you say to somebody trying to start a... Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it once again for 2 of the biggest legends in all of bodybuilding. Here at the Arnold Classic, so after these stage sessions, we want you all in this as well. We're going to take you big group selfie. Alright, we're going to take another day and lunch. Alright. We might have 2 of these. Alright, everybody, can we get a yeah, buddy? Let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
Them motherfuckers big as hell.
So we made it to the Mike Rashid portion of the video. This is one of the guys I always looked towards as far as working out and fitness and stuff like that. You know, Chris Jones back in the days and CT Fletcher and all the guys that was really like the Iron Addicts, getting in there and getting it done. When I first seen him in the crowd, seemed like a cool cat. Didn't want to really fan out, but at the same time, we was able to get a picture. And he gave me some encouraging words and some advice, and I took that to heed, and I understand what he was saying, and it gave me a little more confidence in the content world, and I feel more locked in and zoned in on what he was saying, and I was appreciative that he even took the time to deliver that message to me. But I felt what he was saying, and I just know what I need to do moving forward to make sure that I can capitalize in this space. I was very appreciative, and I'm taking that one solely to heart. And just for him to tell me that directly was just like enough for me. Now this is the Trend. It's hard to really say the Trend Twins booth. They had a Lambo out there, you know, showing out. Looked like them boys is definitely loaded in there. They had a lot of people that was in their booths, a lot of different setups. It was like one of the more bigger booths, to be honest. But this is the equipment that I got to try while I was there. This is a back machine, so it has the hammer strength abilities, but still has like a machine assistance, if that makes any sense. So this is kind of like the newer age equipment that they're dropping now. I don't even know where these pieces of equipment can be located, but when I asked him how much they cost, instead of saying the price, he just said they're the Porsche of the gym equipment. So obviously they're pretty expensive, but there was about 4 or 5 machines I did get to try. Like I said, the first one was a back machine. This one right here is a chest machine, obviously for the upper, but it gives you the ability to hold other places other than just the one handle that they give you in a lot of typical gyms. So the squeeze on there is like these machines keep the muscles engaged while you're hitting it. That's kind of the best way to explain it, because when I was done with this movement, even though I was hitting the upper, it just felt like the whole pec, as you see right here, seemed like the whole pec was getting hit. So I can always appreciate that. Good set of equipment, comfortable. I have no complaints. Now, this is one of the guys that I kind of kept bumping into. We almost turned Arnold into a little training session. Me and him was kind of going back and forth. He was trying machines and telling me what machines to try, and I was basically doing the same thing, but we just kept bumping into each other. We was just so excited about the equipment. It's kind of like we kind of forgot where we was at for a second, just to, indulge in the moment, because there's just no telling when we'll see these machines again. So this is a single arm preacher curl machine. Again, a lot of their equipment is you can add the weights. There's no pins, so it's easier to have that contraction and the real weight that you're putting on a machine, opposed to guessing what the pin is. So I just did 5 on each side just to see what the stretch was. As you see, I'm shaking my head. A very worthy machine. I wouldn't mind seeing this kind of equipment in gym soon. I can't guarantee it'll be anytime soon, but whenever they do get there, it'll definitely be the blessing. And this next machine, you would have had to have been there to see it, because it's kind of like a hammer strength and what do you call it? A Smith machine, hammer strength. Think about it. So as you see, as I'm pulling up on the first rep, like the bar kind of got locked, because I'm thinking, is it suppressed? And I'm just like, I forgot. You got to twist it back to unlatch to press. And to be honest, it seems like, it's more the upper, but as I'm looking at this movement, there's got to be for shoulders. But the machine comes at like a triangular angle at the top, so it's forcing you to squeeze on the inner. Man, I'm so disappointed I didn't get the audio, because even in the midst of doing it, the passion behind what I was saying, I can't even read my lips to even explain what I was trying to say. But this was an amazing machine. I got to give it to however you pronounce your name. It seemed like trying to be more cutting edge as far as their equipment is concerned, and you got to always appreciate that. Man, if they would have told me the right price for these babies, I would have tried to grab 2 of them, bring them to the crib, and put them in the basement, man. But like I say, man, I just got to be hopeful that these pieces of equipment come sooner than later. Now, this one here, it's a tricep and a curl machine. So it's like you get to stand up to do triceps and also do a curl without having to deal with the balance. And with a lot of their equipment, that's kind of the gist of what I was getting from it. It's helping you actually hit the muscle instead of using the balance to strain to hit certain body parts. So I wish I had way more time with this equipment, but for the time that I did have, like I say, it was well worth it. Definitely. So we're more than halfway through this video. If you remember from the beginning, there was a couple different drinks that I was drinking from. In these kind of events, they have a lot of samples. I heard they used to give out more samples. This is actually my first Arnold. They had like different little foods to try, different protein powders, protein shakes. They even had like this raw vegan egg flavored type drinks. It was like flavored egg whites that you're supposed to drink raw. I definitely didn't try it. it was a lot of different energy there. You know what I mean? I actually bumped into a couple of people that I knew. Everybody was excited, man. It wasn't overstacked. It was a lot of people, but it wasn't that uncomfortable amount of people. So you were still able to kind of maneuver through super long lines. I didn't stand in none of the lines. I was just moving throughout the whole time. But some of the bodybuilders that I did see there, I did see Nick Walker. I did see Wesley Viscerus. I did see Chris Cormier from back in the day. He's a coach now. I seen Sean Ray. That was there. Super downsized, but you got to figure, he's old now. I seen some what do you call it? Influencers that was walking through the crowd. The people that I see do a lot of shorts, a lot of different content. One of the ladies who body builds, I guess she goes by Auntie, she was there. It was a lot of people there. It wasn't no bad energy. It wasn't, nobody seemed like they was being negative or nothing like that. So I always commend that. Like, that's my favorite atmosphere. So I actually had a good time. I have no complaints. Like I said, there was a lot of other people that I seen. I don't want to ramble too long on this video. Just appreciate anybody that's even made it this far. And one thing I will say, when I did get to this event, I was just glad that I was in shape, because there was a lot of people that was in there. You can tell they take care of business. I ain't gonna say everybody was natural in there, but I will say that everybody is definitely getting to it. And I'm glad that I had whatever physique I had to present. Because normally around the Arnold time, for whatever reason, I'm just starting to get back into gear and getting to dieting and cutting. Gear as in mechanism, not gear as in steroid. Let's be clear. But this time I was kind of already prepped and ready. I was already lean. I didn't do none of the challenges, none of the pull-up challenges. I worked out on the weights that they had there. They had other weights there for like people who were doing cleans and deadlifts and stuff like that. I didn't really get all into that. We kind of got there a little late. But overall, I would say that the Arnold Classic 2025 was a success. And I appreciate you guys for tapping in, man. Definitely comment, definitely subscribe. Catch you guys on the next video.